Let us see the functions of central bank. The first and the very important function of central bank is bank of issue. Central bank is having a monopoly power in issuing the currency. Whatever money is printed or whatever money comes in the supply in the market, in the economy, it all done by the central bank, by the RBI. So central bank issues the currency, prints the notes, mints the coin, and they have to follow children certain rules and regulation when they are minting or printing the currencies. And every country is having a different rules and regulation. In our country, India, every central bank has to keep a minimum reserve in terms of gold and in terms of foreign currencies against the issues of notes. Every central bank has to keep certain amount of gold and foreign currency as a reserve. Against the value of that, they issues the currency. Okay, that is why we always say that why foreign currency is very important for our economy. Every central bank needs this foreign currency. That's why this export is playing. And how we get foreign currency? By exporting. So that's why this export is playing very important role in our country India, just to earn the foreign currency. We need foreign currency because we have to, the RBI has to keep some amount of gold and foreign currency, and they issue the notes against that value. So now what is the benefit that there is only one bank who is issuing the currency? People have faith. There is no chances of corruption or any type of fraud. People are having faith that only one apex institution is issuing it, only one institution is printing it, and it is which is under the control of the government. So that's why people's faith on currency also increases. Now, what is the benefit of central bank? Central bank, children, earns profit by printing the currency, by issuing the currency. Central bank earns some profit. Can anybody think that how central bank can earn profit by issuing the currency? By printing, central banks earn profit. There are two things, children. We have studied money. Maybe I have told you about token money. We have not done about the types of money. Money can be of two types. Money is having two values. Its face value and its metallic value. Okay. Face value is the value of that currency in the market. For example, a 10 rupee coin. The face value of that 10 rupee coin is 10 rupees 10. And the metallic value, the value value of minting that coin is maybe only rupees 2. Hardly very less expenditure has been done in minting the coins when we are minting it in a large manner. So it is 2. So this is metallic value of rupees 10 and this is the face value of rupees 10. When central bank issue it in the market, it is earning 8 rupees profit. The expenditure done by the central bank in minting is only 2, and the value of that coin in the market is rupees 10. So by this government is earning the profit. So this is the way by which central bank is earning the profit by issuing the currency. And this metallic value, it is also known, this type of currency is known as, children, token money. Okay. The token money is that money whose face value is more than its metallic value. When we go to the mall or anywhere where we take the tokens, sometimes we have taken 100 rupees token when you go to play some games or games in game zones. Sometimes you purchase 500 rupees token and they will give you only that plastic coins. So the metallic value of those plastic coins is very less, but the face value is 500. So that type of money is known as token money, whose face value is more than its metallic value. And by issuing these type of coins and currencies, papers, notes, government is earning, central bank is earning profit. So this is the one feature of central bank, that issuing of currency. Now come to the next feature. The next feature is central bank act as a banker, fiscal agent and financial advisor of the government. Central bank act as a banker, fiscal agent and financial advisor of the government. This point is consists of three different feature functions of the central bank. So when you are going to explain this point, you have to explain all three. Now, how central bank work as a banker of the government? We general people are not able to open our accounts in the bank. Only government can open the account. We are not able to take loan from the central bank. Government can take loan from the central bank. Central bank work as a banker also. Whatever a revenue government is earning from the taxes and from the other sources, it all deposits in the bank. Government withdraw the money from the central bank to use for the public expenditure, the expenditure which government is doing for the development of the economy. So central bank work as a banker. Fiscal agent. Now central bank also work as a fiscal agent of the government. In fiscal agent, we all know there are three instruments: public revenue, public expenditure and public debt. Whatever revenue government is earning, central banks on behalf of government, central bank takes that revenue from the people and keep it safely. Expenditure, whenever government want to do an expenditure, government takes money from the central bank. Then loan. Whenever government want to take loan, either internal or external, especially when India wants to take loan from World Bank, from IMF, they can take loan through central bank. So central bank also work as a fiscal agent of the government. And then comes financial advisor. Time to time central bank gives advice to the government that now they have to government need to increase the tax, or government has to decrease the tax. So we need more revenue, then what type of instrument government can use to earn more revenue. Whenever central bank feels that now we have to take some loan, it advises the government about this. So central bank also work as a financial advisor of the government. So these are the two main functions: bank of issues and banker, fiscal agent and financial advisor. Now, whenever you are explaining this point number 2, you have to explain about all three functions, and in fiscal agent you have to explain all these 3 points also. And these 3 points can come separately also. How central bank work as a fiscal agent of a government in 2 marks. Okay, or how central bank helps at the time of the depression, how central bank advised the government to use which type instrument to overcome the problem in 2 marks. Like this the question can come. Now in financial advisor, in your book there are certain terms are given that how central bank advises the government in different policies. There is one thing, if so many things are written: how to control inflation. You know what is inflation, we have done. Deflation, this term you are aware, just opposite to inflation. When there is a fall in the price level, that is deflation. And children, as high degree of inflation is not good, that deflation is also not good for the economy, because when there is a deflation, what happens? The price level will keep on decreasing and it will have an adverse effect on the firms. The profit margin will decrease, so the national income of the economy will also decrease. So that's why this deflation is also not good for the economy. Now, some more words are written here, like deficit financing. Now, what is this deficit financing? This is the new word for you. What is this deficit financing? What happened? Government earns revenue from different sources. We are aware about taxes and all. And government has to do expenditure also for the welfare of the economy, for the development of the economy. So whenever children, government earns revenue from all the sources, all the tax, all the sources or all type of instruments. But government has taken loan also, government has earned it from the taxes also, everything government has done. And still, government expenditure is more than revenue. Still, the expenditure which government has done is more than its revenue. When government has used all the instruments to earn the revenue, still the expenditure is more than revenue. Then government has to create the money, and by increasing, government increase the money supply in the market. Then at that time government has to issue the new currency, government has to create the money, and that term is known as deficit financing. When there is a deficit of fund, expenditure is more than revenue, ultimately government has to create the money to increase the supply of money in the market, and that is known as deficit financing. So time to time central bank advise the government when deficit financing is required, because central bank is only having the full knowledge about the revenue and the expenditure of the government. So central bank gives advice to the government that now deficit financing is required, we have to create the money. So this is the another function. Then budgetary policies means how in budgets we all know what is budget. The budget is the statement which is showing all the expenditure of the government and all the revenue of the government. We can say what government do in the budget. When government present the budget, government is telling us that for next year how much expenditure government is going to do on different sectors, and from where government is earning the revenue. So that is budget. So central bank gives advice to the government that government has to do increase its expenditure in which sector government has to reduce the expenditure, from where the government can get more revenue, from where the government can get less revenue. So central bank also helps the government in making of budget and in finalizing the budget policy. Then comes your foreign trade policy. Foreign trade policy, in with this what happened, every importer and exporter children has to take a permission from the government, from the RBI, from the central bank, when they are importing or exporting something. So they have to take the permission from central bank, from the RBI. That's why central bank is very much aware about the demand and supply of dollar in the economy. And this dollar is playing very important, this foreign currency is very important for us. One is to as a reserve, I have already told you, we will supply the currency, issue the currency on that ratio. Second thing, if we want to pay loan, if we want to repay our debt, we need dollar. So that's why time to time central bank also helps the government in making of the foreign trade policies. So these are the different terminologies which come under this point, that how central bank works as a financial advisor of the government.